What is up, guys? We are back. Back for what, you ask? We are back for ORB on the movements of the Earth. Full disclosure here, it has literally been months, like maybe half a year since we watched the last episode. I'm so ashamed. I feel so bad. I'm sorry to myself and to you guys who might have been waiting for the continuation of this. So we're finally have time to get back to this. Reacting is such a tough job. Not obviously not as hard as any other job, but yeah. We are here for episode 9 of season 1. This is what it means to learn something, I think. So it's been so long that I had to literally look up our own YouTube channel and look at the videos and see what episode we left off at. That wasn't good enough. I felt like I didn't remember anything, none of the names or anything, so I had to skim the last episode we watched, episode 8, a bit. So just to recap, from what I can tell, what I was able to recap, they recruited Yolenta. Yolenta was kind of spying on the lessons from Piast, I think, because she's like a girl and she's not allowed. Piast said something really poetic about how we must become Icarus, and that was metaphorical for, like, even though Icarus, kind of the moral that we know, is kind of like he flew too close to the sun, which is a bad thing. He's saying, no, we got to do that. We just got to use different tools or something. We have to always strive to be close to the sun, which is, I guess, a metaphor for the truth, which is also a metaphor for the continued pursuit of knowledge. But we just gotta have to be, like, smarter about it and use better tools. So interestingly enough, they were able to recruit Yolenta, but it didn't really stop there. Somehow the story wants to frame Piast as someone they're bold enough to, I think they told the truth about what they were trying to do, and they were trying to recruit him too. He's an authority figure, and he was, like, shutting them off. But his words, technically his philosophy is in line with them. And then the episode even gave him a whole, not a whole, but a flashback. And it showed his backstory about how he was kind of a misfit. He got disowned by his dad or his family because he wanted to study astrology, and then he got an eccentric cousin or family member that supported it. And he's still on his life goal, even though he's an old-ass man now. He wants to, I forget what the wording was, complete the cosmos or something, perfect the cosmos. So they very well might win him over, which is crazy because just on a whim, he could have had them all executed. So we are jumping into season 1, episode 9 here. I am pressing play in 3, 2, 1. I'm so excited to hear the opening theme again for the first time in months. I mean, it came out on streaming, and I've listened to it, but yeah, it's part of the episode. So this poor guy, his eyes are failing him now, and we're continuing with his backstory. P.S. I forget the name of this guy, his mentor slash relative. 20 years since he arrived. Ooh, I'm gonna show you my secret lab. Oh, I shall hand over my universe to you. This show does such a crazy job at depicting people's life work, their whole life, and it's still not good enough. And they just have to pass it on. There's so much emotional weight behind that. I don't think they've quite gone full into fleshing that kind of emotional story out, but they've done it so many times because this is a story that, like, transcends so many lifetimes. Double epicycles! And then they all have to keep it secret too, in a sense, from the rest of society. All other possibilities, options, and opportunities. Man, that isn't, I mean, it's relatable for me as an artist, but these guys are technically scientists. So that's interesting that there's a common ground between such different occupations. Because they say scientists are, like, more left-brained and creative artists are more right-brained. Ooh, now superior to me in every way? Is he saying he's better than him at his peak, or just him now because he's old and withered? then this too, like, not only do you pass it on to people, you have to like deal with whether or not they're as passionate as you, and they're just like the best option you got. And then if they don't want to do it straight up, you gotta convince them, or else your life's work is just kaput there. Wow. This is actually really crazy that they're giving Pios his own backstory. That this fleshed out. Like, has Otzi or Badeni even done something? Only our first main character, whose name I'm unfortunately forgetting, Raf something, has gone. This fleshed out a backstory, I think. I can't believe I forgot the first main character's name. Raf, something. Look how excited he is that he might have a successor. Dude, please, you're the only one I can entrust this to. Oh, what if he doesn't? I think maybe he doesn't end up doing it, and that guilt that has creeped with him for the past decades is what's gonna make him agree to our main character's proposal. Oh, he's being pretty chill about it. Oh, oh no, this isn't this is him dying, Professor.
分かっていたぞ。今まで聞く勇気を持てなかった。5年前、あの話を断ったのは。
That was only 5 years ago?
私の研究を疑っていたからだ。
そんな、あれは素晴らしい。あんなに正確な宇宙見たことがない。
その通りだ。あれは美しい。
It's like, yeah, hype me up as I go.
だが、
oh no, he's crying.
完成しないのだ。いくらやっても。
There it is. Kind of what I was talking about.
常に看過できない誤差が出てしまう。結局、私は一生かかってもたどり着けなかった。いや、それならまだいい。恐ろしいのは、そもそもこの仮説が前提から全て間違いだった場合だ。私はなんて無駄な人生を。
That hits hard.
そんなのありえない。
Give this man some comforting words.
教授の能力が単に足りなかっただけだ。
Before he
だからあの
dies.
研究は間違いじゃない。
Oh, that's
捧げた教授の人生も間違
honestly,
っ
that's
て
a
な
good way
い。
of looking at it. Like, the mistakes you made aren't useless or futile because they can be the
いつ
stepping
か
stone
天
for
国で
others.
私に聞かせてくれ。真理を。
Damn, P.S. You got some burden on your shoulders. You're bearing. What did you do with that burden for the past
言ったよ。
how many decades?
あとは頼んだ。私は研究室へ。
Did he like inherit his whole estate or whatever? Study and research.
宇宙を完成させる。
Where's the opening? So did their theory of
記
heliocentrism,
録を見せてやってもいい。
does it intersect at all with what he was doing this whole
ただ
time?
し条件がある。
Something I haven't
貴
caught on
様
yet
ら
if
の
they have.
間違いを証明する。昔。
Yeah, does theirs directly conflict with
いや
his?
見間違えた。当然そんな感じ。
Is that why there was such an emphasis in the backstory about his professor being wrong?
一度の見間違いが私の人生に疑念を生じさせたのは事実。だからこの木にはっきりとあれは誤りだったと確証を得たい。
何の話を？
何を見たというのです。
満ちた金星だ。
そんな。
満ちた金星？それが何か？
天動説では地球が中心だから当然金星も地球の周りを回ってもいうことは太陽に照らされる方向もある程度決まって欠けて見えるんです。
しかし金星が満ちている場合、金星は太陽の後ろへ回り込んで照らされていなければならない。この状況では惑星は太陽を中心に動いていると考えるのが自然だ。つまりこれで地球中心という現状の宇宙論退けられる。
そうだ。そして逆もしかり。満ちた金星が観測できぬなら 地動説など退けられ、本当に貴様らの
You
説が
imbeciles.
正しいなら、金星が小さく遠い今日はまさに満ちて見えるはず。すべてのけりをつけようではないか。そのためにまず視力検査。
Quite literally a star-crossed
あの板には
Showdown.
瞳ほどの大きさの図形が書かれてが、視覚か深淵か答え、当時の私と同程度の視力だと
Otzi
言え。
is this only role gonna be the
瞳の大き
eyes?
さのものをなん
さあ、どちらが
It's a
書かれている
50-50
か見えるか
chance to get it right though, so
いえ
oh, it's a trick
どちらで
question.
もありません
Okay, that's a good
書
idea.
かれているのは右が欠けた半円で
'Cause
す
you don't want to leave it up to a 50-50 chance.
うん
Touche.
私は部屋へ戻る。金星が出たら呼べ。
Call me when Venus appears. That's the old school version of Wake Me Up When September Ends. That's the medieval version of that song.
もし今日満ちた金星が見えなかった
Alright, Otzi's got that like
地球
very
は宇宙の中
anxious
心にあって
complex.
つまり底辺に貼り付けられてるってことですよね。心配なんです。なんというか俺はやっぱりそっちの方が事実な気がして。
それはご自身の経験からこの世は苦しみが多いと思うためですか？私もここに救いがあると思ったことはあまりな。それに我々の使命はこの汚れた地下を抜け出し天国へ行くことだと教えられてきました。ずっと疑問だったんです。この世は最低というには魅力的すぎる荒れ狂う自然や理性のない獣、罪深い人間、そういった悲劇の類の者たちですらなぜか全て美しさを備えて、これには何か理由があっていい。それが地球の運動なのかもしれない。大地と夜空が一つならどんなに怪我してもこの世から輝きは簡単に消えない。
そろそろだぞ。金星が見えるのは3時間程度だ。
バデーニーさん、
ん？
質問なんですけど、俺が金星が満ちてるって言ってもピャスト博は信じないって可能性はあります？
ある。だがその場合でも少なくとも私は真理を知れる。不安か？
ええ、今から俺が見るものは結果がどちらにせよ宇宙の何かを確定させてしまうんですよね。気が重いに決まってます。あなたたちが普段話してることもやってることも正直俺はよくわからない。これが進行的にどうなるかはもっとわからない。そもそも俺は巻き込まれた形で世界を変えようなんて信念はない。天国へ行きたいだけだったのに、なんで今ここにどうしてこんなことしてるのか全然わからない。俺の人生で最大に謎な期間です。一番よくわからないのは俺は今満ちた金星が見たいってことです。
This is his Tsukishima moment of falling in love with astronomy.
我々が君に
Almost
でき
said
ることはもうない
astrology.
はい、もしよければ
I'm locking
期
in.
待してください。
Literally locking in because I need these eyes to look very clearly. This music's pretty darn good.
見えろ、満ちてろ、見えろ、満ちてろ、見えろ。満ちてる。不思議だ。ずっと前と同じ空を見てるのに少し前からまるで違って見える。
だろう
Nice.
な。きっとそれが何
I
かを
was
知
tempted
る
to
とい
make a
うことだ。
Uranus joke just now. Good thing he's not seeing Uranus, fool.
し
というわけでピャスト博、金星は満ち
How many times do we gotta teach you this lesson, old man? Now join our squad. Oh shit, he's rejecting it.
貴様らの嘘だ。
How many times we gotta teach you this lesson?
そんな
I can understand it though.
考えればもし
It's his life's work.
金星が本当に満ち
Oh,
てい
he's trying to
る
come
と
up with
しても、それは
excuses.
金星が太陽を回っている証拠であって
So sun could
地球が
revolve.
動いている証明に
The
は
sun
な
could
らない。
revolve around Earth, and Venus could revolve around the sun. Is that what he's trying to
ええ、確か
excuse?
にそう考えることも可能でしょう。でもそうやって成立した宇宙は神が作った自然か人間が作ったこじつけか、あなたはそのどちらに見えますか？
貴様らのような若造どもにはわからんのだ。
he's
私の歴史
crashing
も
out.
人類の歴史も積み上げられた研究はこんな一瞬で否定して良いものではない。
ではもし
Okay, his backstory makes
積み
perfect
重ねた
sense
研
now.
究を一瞬で否定する力が個人の都合や信念を軽く超えて 究極に無慈悲で、それゆえに平等な、そんなものがあるとしたら、それを何と言うと思いますか？
Oh, what's this poetic summation of words gonna lead to?
それは。
いつか天国で私に聞かせてくれ。
Salvation? Memes?
それは。
Truth. Okay, that was probably a way more obvious guess. Fuck, what's he gonna tell the other old guy now?
すべてはここにある。
ありがとうございます。
So his research was like founded in error, but it's still gonna be useful? Is that what I'm getting? Hand over the key, old man!
あの、
Is he gonna die? Oh, he's crying.
この鍵の先に何年分の人生が積み重ねられていると思う。
Yeah, like at least 50.
2000
2000. Okay, I was way off again. Is mayonnaise an instrument?
過去の積み重ねの先に答えがないなら真理にとって我々は無駄だったかもしれん。
There, can you say something uplifting? Is that in Bedeni's
何
character?
かを書き留めたことは
Okay, he's
歴史
kind
にと
of
っての
justifying it
意味では
himself.
ない
Because he was
そう願ってい
he
る。
did say that to the other old guy that died. So is he gonna go on teaching classes now, or is he just completely distraught? I wonder.
どうでした？
驚異的だ。これで当面は研究に専念できる。早速だが、オクチー君はここの資料を村まで運んでくれ。屋敷の研究者でもないのにここで作業
Oh,
す
they
るわ
gotta
けにはい
smuggle
か
the
ない。
info out too.
はい。
That seems like it
そ
might
して
be
ヨレンタ
risky.
さんだが、選択は君に任せるが、私としてはできればここで外れてほしい。研究
Oh,
は一人で行いたい。
interesting. He's trying to boot the
わ
girl
かりま
out.
した。今の私ではこれ以上
And she's just
協
kind
力
of
できないでしょう
accepting
し。
とはいえ、今回の件は非常に助かった。私がこんなことを言うのも非常に稀だが、何か一つ頼みを聞き入れよ
では、地動説を完成させ
Ooh,
てください。
damn.
う。ああ、約束しよう。それと、もし後日我々が捕まったとしても、
Don't
君は無
tell
関係を貫
anyone
け。
anything.
それが君のためにも、地動説のためにもなる。
Best for you
Yeah,
and for
私は戻る。
heliocentrism.
オクシー君、資料頼んだぞ。
はい。
Is he telling him to carry all of the shit in that room?
ありがとうございました。
Because we saw a
私も
ton
こ
of
れで。
fucking shelves and shit. Is he feeling like that was kind of anticlimactic? They all just
一
leave?
つ聞いていいですか？文字が読めるってどんな感じな？いや、みんな平然と読んでるけど、ちょっと前までは俺の人生で文字読める人の組合の先輩一人くらいしかいなかったので。
Damn, say his name. I forgot his
私は
name.
今から誰にも言いませんか？
Ooh?
教会の信徒としてこんな表現を気軽に使っちゃいけないことは分かってます。
It's better
で
than
も、その
orgasming.
表現以外で表せないから言いますけど、文字はまるで奇跡ですよ。もちろん救世主様が起こす奇跡とは全
Oh,
く別
looks
の
like
ものですよ。
Otzi needs to learn how to read.
でも本当に文字はすごいんです。あれが使えると時間と場所を超越できる。200年前の情報に涙が流れることも、1000年前の噂話で笑うこともある。そんなの信じられますか？私たちの人生はどうしようもなくこの時代に閉じ込められて、だけど文字を読む時だけはかつていた偉人たちが私に向かって口を開いてくれる。その一瞬、この時代から抜け出せる。文字になった思考はこの世に残って、ずっと未来の誰かを動かすことだってある。
Yo, this is very
そん
poetic.
なのまるで奇跡じゃないですか。
そんなに。
はい、そんなに。
This country bumpkin is going to take some night classes. He's not writing his will or something. About to off himself, is he? Oh shit. I don't want it to happen this fatalistically. Why do they always gotta die right when the story no longer needs them? I hope he doesn't die. That's kind of too sad.
やっとお話できます。真理を。
That kind of sucks, dude. Does he like... Yeah, what does he even mean by that? He doesn't know the full truth yet. Ah, that was the ending. That was pretty sad. some good stuff in there. When it clicked on why they did his backstory in the first place with all the conceptual symmetry, that was really good. Some good poetics from Yolenta talking to Otzi there. That being said, I feel like the show I'm still kind of waiting for it to hit its stride, which is kind of maybe a weird thing for me to say because I'm just coming back after like a 6 months hiatus and I've only watched one episode since, but yeah, I'm still I think it makes sense for me to have that stance, right? We're still kind of waiting for everything to like kick into high gear kind of because we still also have that other character, I forget his name, the Inquisitor guy or something. I forget what his title was. But he seems to be like a fan favorite character as well, and he's kind of the maybe the most direct link to our first main character, whose name I am going to look up right now because I'm tired of not knowing it and I feel like it's a travesty. Orb on the movements of Earth. The first Rafal. Oh yeah, it was kind of like Raftal. It's Rafal. And then person I'm talking about is Nowak, an Inquisitor. Yeah. I mean, technically, Otzi and Badeni inherited Rafal's treasure case, right? Was that it had a decent amount of his stuff in there too. It wasn't just the guy before him, right? Geez, there's so many successors and predecessors to pursuits in this show already, even though we're only 8 episodes in. But yeah, I think I am pretty tempted to jump right into the next episode. So we're gonna cut this reaction right here. Thanks for watching, guys. That was Orb Season 1, Episode 9. This is what it means to learn something, I think. So that's very poignant in terms of, I think that's probably most focused on Otzi's POV. All right, guys. See you next time. Peace out.